Hello, I'm Katie Rice, Director of Theater Arts at Bishop Ireton High School.
I'm Emma Rice, Bishop Ireton Class of 2022.
And we are the co-authors of the brand new adaptation of Jane Austen's Emma. I thought it would be really fun to do a Jane Austen play, and I especially liked Emma because it has a female heroine, so it revolves around a main female character. And I was so grateful that Dr. Guy and Mrs. McNutt allowed me the opportunity to work with Emma on adapting a brand new version of Emma. The impetus for making our own stage adaptation was the fact that I read several adaptations, and while there were several interesting versions, I didn't feel that they were exactly right for Bishop Ireton, given our huge pool of talent, and several of the versions only had maybe 6 male characters, 6 female characters, and didn't really use Jane Austen's language as much as I'd like. So that's why I thought it would be really neat to adapt it specifically for our Bishop Ireton theater program.
Not only that, but a lot of the adaptations were written by men, and we just felt like a story with the female main character about her female friendships, originally written by Jane Austen, who was a woman, we just felt like our take would be almost more accurate to her story. And actually a lot of the adaptations turned Emma into a romance, which it is not. It is a biography.
I wanted to first and foremost create really interesting character arcs. Obviously Jane Austen did it as well in her novel, but it took over 500 pages, and I knew it had to be condensed for the stage. So I needed to figure out how to include as many characters as possible for our amazing talent pool at Bishop Ireton, all the wonderful actors and actresses. And I knew I needed some assistance. So I reached out to my daughter, Emma, who's an amazing writer, and asked her if she would be willing to help me at least try to adapt this story.
Our choice to bring Jane Austen in as a character came from her really special, unique style of writing, which is free and direct discourse, and she's a master of it, and that's often what makes her books, they start as it's a bunch of people in a Regency era and they're living their lives interesting. But because she writes in free and direct discourse, she just takes it to a whole new level. So for me, especially as a literature person, I was like, we have to keep her narration in because that's what makes her book so special. And that was what I felt that a lot of other adaptations were lacking. One of the most exciting things that I noticed on just the first read-through was that I felt like the students really understood the humor of it, which was exciting because we were, kind of maybe in the back of our heads, we were like, this is like old English, not actually old English, it's like Regency English, but we were like, oh no, what if they don't understand it? Or what if no one understands it? And what if they don't think it's funny, whatever. But I feel like the students really picked up on the humor and they kind of figured out how to make it suit today's conventions of humor too, which was really exciting.
It's a living script and it's devised theater and you are working with the cast members. I find I'm less trying to hold on to certain language and more willing to say, you know what? No, this is what is going to really bring out the relationship. This is, cutting this sentence is really going to allow us to highlight the most essential piece of this argument or conversation or development of character or development of relationship. So it made it easier working with the students to just make it really alive and fresh and modern. we did consider, because we both do love the movie Clueless, and I think it's a really interesting adaptation of Emma. We thought about, well, what if in the very beginning, when we were just attempting this, brainstorming, we thought, well, what if it were to be told in today's language, today's lingo, like the teenage lingo? And I thought, I don't think we could do that, because something like skibbity or, Riz or whatever, it seems to change week to week, the meaning of it. Maybe with the rapidity of social media and how everything is just always so rapidly fluid. And so we ditched that idea from the very beginning. But we did want to also make sure that we wanted to use the Regency language, because it is so lovely and it is such beautiful language, and so many adaptations of classics are really popular right now, and I think we all long for that beauty and art and music and cultural appreciation. So we also wanted to make sure that we honored her as a woman, Jane Austen, as a woman of faith, and her character, especially of Emma, without telling too much, does have a moral journey. And that was really important for us, especially if we were to work, with Bishop Ireton to do this, that this would be a really good opportunity to reflect this Salesian values at Bishop Ireton and use theater as a tool for understanding human nature better and how we can grow as people spiritually and with Christ. And so it was a really neat opportunity.
It was super fun to work with my mom. I think she's really brilliant, and it was really fun to kind of get the theater perspective when I'm coming from a very aggressively writing in English, and I work by myself in one room. But I think it was really cool to see all of her ideas and the creative freedom that comes when working with your mom, because you know that she loves you no matter what, is super, I think, allowed for so many interesting decisions to be made when writing Emma.